Are you guys still with me? Sorry for the computer freeze there. Thank you for sticking around. If the computer freezes, I will come back. If only to, if only to say goodbye. So Formula A is 4 moves, Formula B is 8 moves. With that, you can solve every complexity Rubik's Cube. This is a Whittington 3x3x9. You can also use Formula A and B. Use the ABCube method to solve this as well, with one minor adaptation, which I will show as soon as I've finished the centers here with Formula B. Thank you for joining me today. Does anyone have any questions for me? Anyone want to join me in Zoom and show me your cubes as well? Let me know. I do know how to do that now. So, all right. So here is a piece here's a piece that on the front that is not where it wants to be. It wants to go. It's red, so I hold the red on corners on top. Line it up so something advantageous will happen. So I can, you know what? I'll do these. I'll treat these two as one piece. So I go up, slide to a different column, second up, reverse, down, reverse, down, and reset the top. Okay. Here's another red piece. Okay. So I can bring down a red, a blue, or an orange. Let's bring down the orange. Up, slide up, reverse, down, set the top. Here's an orange. I mean, it needs to hop twice. So let's find a convenient red to bring down. Okay, let's do this one. Line it up. First up, slide to a separate column. Second up, reverse, down, set the top as needed. Let's follow this through. I can bring down a red and a yellow, or I can bring down 2 yellows. Let's bring the 2 yellows down first. So up, slide up, reverse, down, and set the top. Okay. Here's a blue. Okay. I can bring down this green or this green or the red. Okay, so line it up so it's advantageous. First goes up, slide to a separate column, second up, reverse, down, and set the top. Okay. Here, these 2 greens, let's follow these 2 greens. Okay. I can bring down this red and this yellow in place of that green. So let's do that. Up, slide up, reverse, down, set the tops. Let's follow the greens again. Okay, these 2 oranges, up, slide up, reverse, down, and set. Okay, here's a blue, here's an orange. Let's follow it. Okay. I'm not going to, because that would bring down the blue. I don't want to bring the blue down into the green, so let's treat the blue instead. Move the blue. That's going to bring down a red. That's not helpful. Let's follow the red. Okay. This red, let's bring down the blue here. So we go up, slide up, reverse, down. Okay. So let's find this green, and bring down the yellow. Go up, down, and down. Set the top. Okay, here's an orange. looks like I'm bringing down an opposite, and that's okay. So up, up, down, down. It's at the top, so that yellow is placed. Let's follow these blues now. Okay, let's bring it to one at a time. Doesn't help. Up, up, down, down. Okay, follow them again. Treat them as one and bring down these two. So it's up, slide to a different column, second up, reverse down, and set. All right, here's a red. Up, slide to a different column, second up, reverse down, and set. There's a yellow. Okay, we're going to do them both. So up, slide up, reverse down, set the top, and again, up, slide, second up, reverse down, okay. Up, slide up, reverse down, and blue to orange, slide it up, or line it up, slide to a different column, second up, reverse down, and set the top. So that's done. All right, if you've just joined me, I'm Sunshine. Thank you for joining me. And I was set up to do Zoom, but evidently nobody's interested in that today. So I will keep that as an option for the future. And does anyone have any questions for me? Anything in particular that you want me to show next? Or if not, I'm going to finish my wood eating 3x9. Okay. All right. Formula A brings piece to the top, B moves it around. So with that, you can do the first four corners, and then the second four corners, and then with yellow and white left and right, we do the opposite edges. So the yellow and white sides are done, and then I did the middle edges, the side edges that you can do from the 3x3 perspective, which is the center row right here. So the top, bottom, and middle row are done. Everything else is done using the 9x side. Okay. So the Formula A works on the 9x side as well. The only difference is instead of the Formula B with every other move being a horizontal back and forth like so, when you make a single turn, you can't access the 9 sides, which you need to access. So the difference, the adaptation that you do is for the Formula B for the 3x9, every horizontal is a 2 turn instead of a 1 turn. So that being the case, what it's going to do, what happens when I do that, let me show you on this cube. I've solved cubes so you can see what happens when I do the left and right, the horizontals, a 2 set. So there's slide, and then we pick a column, it goes up, slide, 2 slides, second up, reverse down. And so what happened was most of the cube does nothing. The things that happen that move are these two edges switch places, and these 2 edges switch places, and then these 3 the centers move as well. So an odd number of B's switches these 2 and these 2. An even number will switch them back, up, down, and then only the centers have been affected. So an odd number affects the center, the edges. Even number affects the centers. So what I'm going to do on this cube is because a lot of things happen. I'm ignoring the centers for now, and a lot of things happen on the right side, so I'm going to ignore that. I'm going to only pay attention to what's happening on the left side, and that is that what the top back becomes the front bottom. So I'm going to line that line. I'm going to rotate the right side freely to make that advantageous. So let's see what happens. So pick an edge first. So we've got the orange and blue edge here. So I'm going to rotate until I can see if I've got orange and blues that are on this side that want to go over here, meaning they look opposite of where they are here. So there's one. 1, 2, 3. Okay, that one's correct. The opposite one is not there. Let's try this layer. 1, 2, 3. Nothing happens on this side. So let's find a piece, something that's incorrect on this side, and throw it, something that's correct on this side, and throw. So okay, so this piece wants to be over here. These two are correct over here, so they don't want to be over here, but everything over here wants to come out. So I'm going to place this piece and two incorrect pieces into here, so that'll move these out where I can work on them. Okay, so these pieces are going to go here because I separate them. I put the space down and the pieces to the back. Okay, and then I'm going to do my formula B. So slide, slide, first up. Slide, slide, second up, slide, slide, down, slide, slide, down. And what happened is this one's now correctly placed. These ones are here intermittently to move these pieces out to the front. And so now we're going to work on a different column, different edge. So now we're going to work on the orange and green edge. Okay, so 1, looking for orange and green that want to flip, 2, 3. Okay, these two do. This one's correct. So these ones want to be here, and these ones all need to move out. So I'm going to separate them again, so the space goes down front, the pieces go top back. Slide, slide, first up, slide, slide, second up, slide, slide, first down, slide, slide, second down. Okay. And these two are correctly placed. This one is incorrect, but it moved all of these pieces out to the middle. So now I work with another side, another edge piece. So now we're going to look for a red and green. I rotate the right side freely to line it up. There's 1, 2, there they are. So all of these want to go over here. Okay, so I separate them. Space goes down front, pieces go top back, and slide, slide, first up, slide, second up, slide, first down, slide, second down, and the pieces that are here are now correctly placed. Okay, so I'm going to keep placing the left side until the left side is correct, and then then we assess the right. So now I'm looking for reds and blues. This one's right for flipping. That one's right for flipping. 1, 2, that one's right for flipping. Okay, so these want to go here, so I separate them. Slide first up, slide second up, slide first down, slide second down, and those are correct. Huzzah! Okay, now we're back to the blue and orange. This one's correct. So look at these two columns, these two rows. 1, 2, there it is. 1, there it is. So these two want to go over here. This one's going to stay the same. So I'm only working on these two columns. I'm going to leave this one the same. So I separate them. Slide up, up, slide up, up, slide down, down, slide down, down. And so this one's correct, this one's correct. This one just has 1, so it's in this column right here. 1, 2, 3, there it is. So we're just moving this piece right here into this piece right here. So we separate them. slide first up, slide second up, slide first down, slide second down. Okay, so that one's done. That one's done. So all my left edges are all complete. So now we look at the right side. Either the right side is automatically correct as well, or we'll have a parity. And we know how parities are always caused by the center by the center slice being a quarter turn off. So we know how to fix that. So for this one, for the first layer here, the orange side matches. Okay. For this one here, all of the sides match for this layer. Okay. And for this one, the green side matches, but the other side does not. So the side that matches, I'm going to put on the, so these side matches, and this side matches, but these ones both have a parity. Okay, so put the parity, now remember my parity, these two flipped and these two flipped, so I want these two to flip, so I'm going to do it in this position. But the first thing is that I need to offset these a quarter turn. Okay, and I'm not going to offset these, I'm going to offset them on the other side. So make a quarter turn here and a quarter turn here. And now I'm going to displace these out to here and then place them correctly, which will be a total of five placements. So this will go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it'll be correct when I'm done. So with this orientation, I'm working just with this column and this column, and I'm doing the formula B. Slide up, slide up, slide down, slide down, and that moved these pieces. So these pieces are now here, and they want to go here. Okay, so they want to go here. So I separate them. Slide up, slide up, slide down, slide down. Okay, and now these ones are correct. And these ones want to go here. So I separate them. Slide up, slide up, slide down, slide down. These are correct. These ones want to go here. So I separate them. Up, up, second up, first down, second down. These ones are now correct. And these ones want to go here. So separate, first up, second up, first down, second down. These ones are correct, and now when the left is correct again, the right is now automatically correct as well. Okay. So all that's left now are the edges, and we know how to do the edges. We can move the edges without affecting this. We can move the centers without affecting the edges by doing the formula B in multiples of 2. So let's look and see what wants to move. These blues want to go away from the green, and the orange wants to go to the orange side. So these three, we'll treat these three as one piece. Actually, we're not going to bring the red down right now. If we can, we're going to try to move that. Actually, no, we are. Yeah, we're going to. So we're going to bring. Let's not bring this blue down. Let's treat these two. Okay. These two will affect these two. Okay, so slide up, slide second up, slide down, and again, up, up, down, down, and set the top. Okay. So that was convenient. Okay, this blue and red. Blue wants to go up, and the red wants to come down. I can't treat them as one though. All right. So just find the piece you want to work with. Okay. We're gonna this blue and this green. Okay. So slide it to the other side. There's a first up, second up, 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 down, down, and again, up, up, down, down. Okay, that one's done. Okay, this red and this green want to switch. Okay, so top, first up, top, second up, down, down, and repeat, up, up, down, down, and those two switched. Okay, this red, I don't want to bring the blue down, I want to bring the orange down. So these two are lined up. Slide first up, second up, down, down, and again, up, up, down, and down, set the top. Okay, so now these all want to go in this direction. Okay, this one, and these two are lined up. Okay, so let's do these two. Up, 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 down, 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 and again, up, 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 down, 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 and set the top. Thank you. Amy Kitsu Cubing just rated us with a party of 3. Thank you for that. Hi. If you just joined me, I am Sunshine. I'm the creator of the ABCube method for solving Rubik's Cubes. This is that. Formula A is 4 moves, Formula B is 8 moves, and with it you can solve every complexity Rubik's Cube. Because Formula A brings a piece to the top. Hi! Thank you for rating me. That's awesome. So Formula A brings a piece to the top, and Formula B moves 3 pieces around, and that's all you ever need to do. It's Saturday, so I'm I'm finishing off my Whittington 3x3x9, but let me give you guys a quick overview of what the ABCube method does. Before I start though, however, thank you. Before I start, I am set up to be able to see your cubes as well. Thank you for following me. I really appreciate that. So if we have, if we have any new cubers or anyone who wants, thank you for following me, students. Hi. So if we have any new cubers that want to actually learn from me, I'm set up to be able to capture Zoom and see your cubes at the same time. So if there's anybody who wants to join me, wants to help me walk through and demonstrate how this method actually works, drop me a line in the chat and I will send you a link invitation to my Zoom, and then all of us can see you. And I can see your cube, you can see me, and you can help me demonstrate how the method works. So if anyone's up for that, that would be fun for me. So again, thank you for the raid. Thank you for following me. I'm not sure how you found me, but I am Sunshine, and this is the ABCube method. You'll notice that Formula A and B are both commutators. Formula A and B are both commutators, so for every left there's a right, for every up there's a down, and none of the, so you're only actually moving the pieces that you want to move, so it doesn't matter whether it's the first step of your solve or the last step of your solve. Formula A and Formula B is not going to mess up anything else. Yes, I am live. Thank you. I'm glad you found me. Thank you. So if any of you have a cube in your hand and want to join me, if you want to get to know me a little better before, just you lurking, that's just fine as well. But I'm demonstrating how Formula A and B works on this wood even 3x3x9. Okay. So the formula. Let me demonstrate. Quick demonstration. Quick demonstration. Formula A is 4 moves. You hold your cube in your hand. You look at the front of the cube. I don't know why I added a question. Oh, okay, so I lied. Okay, well, thank you for joining me. So no matter which size cube you have, you hold the cube in your hands and you look at the front of the front face as if it's a spreadsheet with rows and columns. And you're looking at in looking at the rows and columns, the arrows represent the single slice you're going to move, and the line represents the rest of the cube that's holding still. So you're only ever moving one slice at a time. So Formula A is one row, one column. If it's the bottom row and the right column, it looks like this. This piece is going to come up here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to first move the piece away from the action. So out. I'm going to move the space where it wants to be down. I'm going to move the cube into the space and the cube in the space back up. So this cube moved up here. And this one moved down here. And a bunch of other things happened, but we don't care about because we only care about the top. So Formula A brings a corner to the top and twists the corner around. To do it again. Out, down, in, up. It twists the corner around as you're working. So if the corner twist is what you wanted, then we rotate the top row, keep the cube stable, and we're going to continue the rest of the Formula A with another corner. So out, down, in, up, out, down, in, up. And Formula A is usually done, except for the first 4 corners, it's usually done in multiples of 6, because what that happens is the rest of the cube is untouched, and the only things that moved, that were affected, were the pieces that I wanted to affect. So to bring a piece to the top, Formula A, bottom row, right column. To twist a corner around, Formula A, bottom row, right column. So let's twist these back again now. Bottom row, right column, out, down, in, up, out, down, in, up. Keep going until it's the way you want to be. Out, down, in, up. Okay, and then keep the cube stable, because you don't want to. If you twist it, you're going to mess up the rest of the cube. So keep the cube stable. Rotate the top row, because this is the way I want it, and this is the one that wants to be twisted. Finish off my Formula A. And so you can twist the top row, the top corners, without affecting the rest of the cube. If you use the middle row and the middle column, what happens, then you get what we call boxes. Okay, you can use Formula A for the entire first face, but you can't use Formula A for subsequent faces, because Formula A affects all 6 sides at a time. So again, to move this piece up to here, the 3 pieces that move are top, front, and right. So to move this piece up to here, I move it away from the action, move the space down, move the cube into the space, and the cube in the space back up again. So that's Formula A. Formula B is the top row and 2 columns, and again it works regardless. So on a 2x2, it's very easy to see which 2 of the 2 columns are. So if you use top row and outside columns, then what you move, you notice for every left there's a right, for every up there's a down. Every other horizontal is the reverse of the one before it. So slide first up, reverse second up, slide down, back down, and we just moved 3 corners around. Okay, doing it 1 time is the effect of a clockwise. Doing it twice, up, up, down, down, is the effect of a counterclockwise, and once more gets you back to the way it started. So let's look at how it's lined up. Okay. this corner is going to go here, these ones here, this one's here. So up, up, down, down. Okay. So top row outside columns moves corners. If you change which columns you're using, then different pieces move. So if you use a top row and an outside and an inside column, then you're moving edge pieces around like so. So slide first up, second up, first down, second down, and you just moved 3 pieces around. Okay. Once more, we'll have the effect of moving it in the opposite direction. And once more, so here's how you line it up. The corners match the front, and you the top color determines which direction it's going. Up, up, down, down. Okay. If you use the top row and 2 inside columns, then the center pieces move. So the first piece you would line it up so it's advantageous, and then you pick the piece that you're following. Pick the piece that you want to move. I'm looking for. I like to mark my pieces so you guys can follow what my eyes are doing. This is the stuff that back in the 70s we used to stick posters to the wall with. So I pick a piece I want to move. It's this piece right here. Okay. I want to move it to the top. So first horizontal is to make it be advantageous, and then I just follow this piece. So I go up. There's my first up. Rotate the top so it's in a different column, and that where it is now is my second up. And then reverse, down, set the top again. So now it looks like I moved 2 center pieces, but you're always moving 3, but 2 of them were the same color, so you couldn't tell. But if I line it up here, okay, if I move this piece right up to here, this white piece is not going to come here. It's going to come in one of the other spaces depending on which direction I move my top. So I go up, slide to a different column, second up, reverse, down, set the top, and again these 3 pieces moved. So works on every complexity cube, works on every complexity minx. I have it from 2 through 7 for the minxes. Again, formula A brings a piece to the top and twists corners. Formula B moves 3 pieces around, and that's all you ever need to do, because parodies are a lie. We don't. If you like parodies and you like parody algorithms, then you can play with them all you want. However, parodies are always caused by one thing and one thing only, and it's very easily undone. So here I've created a parody here because this piece wants to go here and this piece wants to go here. Okay, so I told you formula B moves 3 pieces. It always moves 3 pieces, and we only have 2 pieces that we need to move. Okay, but the parody is a lie. There's always 3 pieces, and if you only see 2, the third piece that you do not see is literally the piece that you do not see. So the slice that touches that parody is a quarter turn off, and we couldn't tell that. We can tell on a 3x3 if the center is off because the center is visible, but on larger cubes, the 2 even and onwards, or the void cubes, it's not visible. So there's no way of knowing that this layer is a quarter turn off. Yes, this works with every complexity cube. Formula A brings a piece to the top, formula B moves 3 pieces around, and if you have a parody, the slice that touches the parody is a quarter turn off. So rotate that 1/4 turn either direction, and on the slice that had that parody, originally 2 of them were correct and 2 of them were incorrect. When you make it 1/4 turn, 1 is correct and the other 3 are incorrect, and you have algorithms for that, but I can solve it with my formula B as well. So in this position, then there are 3 edge pieces to move, and I can use the parody has just poof disappeared. It's all gone, and you can solve your edge pieces in this position and everything will be fine. So let me do that. Orange is my top. This piece is incorrect, so I'm going to throw a orange piece into the spot that's incorrect, and then I'm going to work with the piece on top that's not the top color. The corners match the front. The color determines which direction it's going, so this piece is going in this direction rather than over here. So away up, in, up, oh wait, down, in. Thank you! Amy Kitsu Cubing said that was impressive. Thank you. So corners match the front. It's going in the green direction. Up, up. Oh, 7x7 minks. Yes, I do have a 7x7. And yes, the difference between a cube and a minx, as far as the ABCube method is concerned, is that the cubes sometimes get parities, and the parity is undone with a single quarter turn. Okay, so now that parity disappeared. I do edges. I do centers last, but you can match your centers now. You did not know that the center was a quarter turn off because on a 3x3, every cube has exactly one correct place, and when you get larger cubes, this blue, this red corner, for example, can be correctly placed next to the red, yellow, and blue corner, or it can be correctly placed over here next to the red, yellow, and green corner, or it can be correctly placed here. So all of the centerpieces that are not the absolute center can be visually correct in one of 4 places, which increases the probability, the number of commutations. But because each piece can be correct in one of 4 places, it's impossible for the centerpieces to not be able to be placed unless you're dealing with shapeshifters. So now these pieces can be placed and the parity is disappeared. And the same thing with the difference with the minxes is that while there's no parities that can show up. Here's why a parity can show up. Okay, on a cube, you can have a slice be a quarter turn off. Okay, if I do that, it's a quarter turn off. Okay. And if it's a quarter turn off, you get a parity. However, on a minx, if I rotate that, it's a quarter turn off, but it's also 4 turns off. 1, 2, it's also an even number of turns off. So while it is both an odd number of turns off, it is also an even number of turns off, so you cannot get a parity. However, when one of the 2 columns that you're working with is the center column for Formula B, you have ancillary movements. It moves more than just those 3 pieces. So if you do the star pieces first, affecting the star pieces affects the non-star pieces as well, but affecting the non-star pieces does not affect the star pieces. So here, for example, Formula A, bottom row, right column, out, down, in, up, out, down, in, up, brings the corner to the top, twists the corner around. Okay? Out, down, in, up, out, down, in, up. And done in multiples of 6s, which it always will be, except for the first 3 corners, means the rest of the cube is untouched. So you're only ever affecting the top layer when you do Formula A. Formula B, however, I can't reach my 5 or 7 right now. But Formula B, if my 2 columns do not include the center, then it just moves 3 pieces. For example, top row, first column, second column. Slide up, slide down, and we moved 3 pieces around, 3 corner pieces around. Okay, doing it again has the effect of moving it in the other direction, and once more, get you back to however you started. Okay, but if one of the 2 columns involves the center, then it addresses the non-cubes as well. So slide up, slide, and this is my second up, and then slide down, slide second down. It moved these 3 pieces, but it also moved these 3 pieces. Okay, I can move the corners without moving the stars, but I can't move the star without moving the non-stars. Non-stars. Okay, so again, twice more will get me back to how I started. Slide up, slide down, and once more, up, down. So, so for the cubes, I do the corners because that way, then every other piece from that point forward has a correct place to be. And so rather than spending time pairing up edges and then placing them where they want to be at the end. We know right away where they want to be, so just take each piece, and instead of looking for its mate, just throw each piece as you see it where it wants to be. They pair themselves up, so there's inspection time that you don't need on the cube. And then so I do the corners, and then I do the edges, and then I do the centers last. For the minxes, I do the star parts first. I do the centers first because it's easier to it's easier to so I do the star parts before I do the non-star parts. No parodies, but there's an order of operation. So, do we have any questions from anybody? Because for some of you this is the first time seeing me. So, do we have any questions? I will answer some commonly. This is not a speed solve method. This is not a fewest moves method. But it is very good for new cubers or non-cubers, because if you want to learn what the algorithms do, it's easier to see what the algorithms do when you can apply the algorithm to a solved cube, so you can see what is actually moving around and make up your mind when to use which algorithm. But this, you can always pick up the cube, put it down solved, and then try your algorithms from a solved cube. Some of my students have gone on to become speed cubers, but my average for a 3x3 is about 1.5 minutes. I have broken a minute a couple of times, so my personal best is sub 1. Average is 1.5 minutes, and I have been cubing since 1980 or 81. I watched the first Rubik's Cube competition live on TV, where this guy won at 24 point something seconds. And the cubes were a lot clunkier back then. There was no finger tricks, there was no cornering, there was none of that happened back then. The cubes were very clunky back in the 80s. But I have been cubing since then. I've been teaching cubing since then, but I only came up with this method. I came up with it in 2015. Took me several years of alpha testing to get it functional. And so then I rewrote the entire manuscript. I haven't been alive that long. Yeah. Yeah. So then I first wrote the manuscript. This is in manuscript form, and I'm looking for an agent. So I wrote it originally from the 3x3 perspective, and also, by the way, every other cube as well. But there are many books still being printed on for the 3x3. So I rewrote it from the perspective of the 5x5. The reason I did that is because when I would teach people, I'd start with a 3x3. And then I'd say, now everything you know now, that's all you need to know. Now just apply it to the 4x4. There you go. Nope, that looks harder. No, thank you. I'm just going to stick with the 3. So because there's a mental block that we humans have that, nope, that looks difficult. And if you think it looks difficult, then you're going to make it difficult. So from that point forward, I would just always start, if I'm going to teach someone, I teach them the 5. Teach them the 5 and only the 5. Because if you learn the 5, anything smaller is just fewer pieces, and anything larger is just more of the same. So when I teach all 4 cubes, the 2, the 3, the 4, and the 5 at the same time. But yes, back in the early 80s when I was in junior high school, knowing how to solve the cube literally helped me survive, because once I started teaching my friends and their friends and their friends, the bullies had to stop bullying me so they could ask me to teach them as well. So being able to teach the cube meant the bullies left me alone. All right, so thank you for joining me. And if there's anyone have any questions for me? This has been real cool. I gotta pick up some food though. I have to feed my face as well. So thank you for the raid. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for sharing me. Bring me your non-cuber friends if you have any, and if you want to help me demonstrate this. I am set up to do a game capture on my Zoom meetings, so I can see your cubes as well as you've seen me, and I can teach up to 4 people at a time. So if anyone is interested in that, let me know, and I'm set up to do that from now on. So I'm gonna go. Amy Kitsu Cubing is gonna go, and Thank you again for the raid and the follows. I appreciate you guys. And go have a fun rest of your day. Go be nice to yourself. Drink lots of water. Get some sunshine because you deserve it. So I'll be back here next week. Come and join me if you can. I'm here every weekday morning at 9. I'm Mountain Time. And I'm here Friday evenings at 6 p.m. And then Saturday mornings I'm here cubing as well. And I usually break the tutorial up throughout the week, and Saturday is just my play day, so come and play with me. And so bye, you guys. Go have a good day. I'll be back next week.